How's it going, guys? We're gonna have another replay for you guys today. It's gonna be BBstratgame on Norska and the VM Commodiner 12 on the Skaven. It's gonna be Throt versus Ikitclaw, and this is gonna be another replay from my Land Battle Swiss tournament, or rather Swiss League, excuse me. So let's get right into it. Let's see what the armies are. We're gonna have Throg, of course, big old daddy Throg. Nothing on him. We're gonna have Norscan Ice Wolves, 4 of them to be exact. We're gonna have 1, 2, I think I saw 4 Skin Wolves. I may be wrong though. Yep, 4 Skin Wolves. Pretty awesome. And then 2 Feral Manticores. We're gonna have the Shaman Sorcerer of Metal with Searing Doom and Plague of Rust. And then we're gonna have a full front line of pure Marauders, I believe. We do have 1 great weapon. Yep, and that'll be it for the Norscan side. Having trouble with the English here, like usual. We're gonna have Ikitclaw for the Skaven side, as I said before, on his Doom Wheel. And then we're gonna have Brass Orb, Unlimited Power, Warp Lightning, and Howling Warp Kill. Oh, and Flensing Ruin, of course. How could I forget Flensing Ruin? For the infantry, we're gonna have Clan Rat Spears, Clan Rats, etc., etc. We're gonna have some Poison Wind Globes for any Norscan Ice Wolves, Mammoths, etc. Well, I'm having really trouble here. Rattling Guns. Oh, what? I thought those were another Warplock Giselles. We're gonna have a Rattling Gun unit. That's pretty cool. I rarely ever get to see these guys. I hope they do well. And then we're going to have 1 Warplock Giselle, the Thing Hell Pit Abomination ROR. I absolutely love this ROR. Pretty great unit. It has an ability called Fluid Injection, which you can pop. It causes it to rampage, but it gives it plus 24 melee attack and plus 25% base weapon damage and armor piercing damage. So it basically just pops like one of his mutation vials and just goes absolutely wild. Absolutely... batshit insane. And then we're gonna have another Poison Wind Globe, and then 2 Rat Ogres, just these 2, and then a bunch of more Clan Rat Spears with some Skaven Slaves. Nothing too wild. Let's get right into it. So we're just gonna have some Rattling Gunfire, or rather Warplock Giselle fire straight into those Marauders. Not too many great choices to be shooting at the moment. The thing is going to be noticing the creatures lurking in the forest, especially these freaking Ice Wolves that are going to try to get around into the back and nom on those juicy Rattling Guns. But the thing is ready. Same with the Rat Ogres. We're getting some decent fire into the Marauders, great weapons, but it's not really what they want to be shooting at, unfortunately. They want to be shooting at these great targets over here, which are still hiding. Ikitclaw is just going to run around, zapping everything. You know how it is. Massive flank from the from BBstratgame on both the left and right side. This is going to be really tough to deal with if StratGame is on point with his micro. We're going to have the units start to charge in. The Warplock Giselles have started to shoot at the Skin Wolves, and then the Rattling... Wait, hold on, wait, what? I didn't even notice. There were 2 Rattling Guns. Am I blind? Or did I mention that already? The Skin Wolves are going to... the Norscan Ice Wolves are going to run into these Skaven Slaves, chew them up. What is this going to be? A Flensing Ruin, I'm guessing? Norscan Ice Wolves are going to be routing soon. I mean, look at that poor leadership. They're already down to 4 leadership. Yep, and there goes the Terror Route. I'm guessing, yeah, Terrified Route. The Terror Route from probably the thing. The Rat Ogres are going to try to chase them off. These Norscan Ice Wolves are pulling back. These Skaven Slaves have been routed. These other nice Skin Wolves are going to be going around the front. The Rat Ogres have finished chasing off these Norscan Ice Wolves. So that flank did not go that well on the other side, but it's going a little bit better on the this side right here. The Skin Wolves have gotten into the cookie jar and are slamming these Rattling Guns with their big old wolf paws. Another we're gonna have a Brass orb right on top of these marauders, do some okay damage. This metal caster is going to come in, pop Syrian Doom right on top of these Skaven slaves, or these clan raspiers. Yep, and the thing is just going to be laying a smack down on top of Throg, but he is surrounded. It is surrounded by skin wolves and Throg, so it could actually Throg is running away. Throg, get back here, you coward! The skin wolves are going to be able to do okay damage to it. But it does regenerate, so I'm not sure about that. The Throg might be able to go back in, charge in, get his charge bonus, and smack him once or twice. But the thing I don't think is their biggest problem. Right now, they have to deal with all these rat ogres, and oh, actually, they've gotten pretty much everything off the field. What am I talking about? All these juicy targets like the Rattling guns, the Poison Wing globes, and the Giselles are just practically off the field. They're gone now. The Poison Wing globes yep, they're shattered completely. These Poison Wing globes are also shattered. This is definitely going in favor of the Norscan side, unless the thing can change things around, which I don't think he will be able to, unfortunately, for the thing. Throg is going to say, nope, I'm out of here. Y'all can handle this. Y'all, this is what the chaff is here for. You know, it's just being chased by Norscan Ice Wolves. Nothing new. Shooting his little zaps at the Skin Wolves. But this is unfortunately pretty washed. Ikit is about to get pounded by Throg, unfortunately. But we do have Thing coming into the back. Gonna probably get a bite of some ice troll here. Is Throg bigger in this mod? I don't remember him being this big, but I may be incorrect. We have a brass orb, which is actually somehow... Oh, it's the Flames of the Ruins, which is doing substantial damage to Throg. The Manticore is here to help out with the fight, but the it's not gonna go easy on the Manticore. Let's just say here, the Manticore does not want this fight. He will absolutely get torn apart, and there he goes rampaging, so he's not gonna be able to get out of this. Yeah, but unfortunately for the Skaven side, I believe it is pretty much over. Let's just fast forward it here. I know Ikit Claw and the Thing are good fighters, or rather, the Thing is a good fighter, and Ikit Claw is a very good lord, but that was just too overwhelming for the Skaven side. With that massive force leading in, recharging them. The Skin Wolves just absolutely a menace for the Skaven side, unfortunately. Thing did okay, 1200 value, nothing too substantial. It did its job fighting the right targets. Ikit Claw, 1600 value, you can always get Ikit Claw's value back, no surprise there. Not great value on the Rattling guns. No, honestly, not surprised. There's kind of a reason they aren't brought that often, or rather at all. It's just because they're rough. I mean, they're a rough unit. They're kind of a meme unit, unfortunately. They're hard to protect. They have line of sight issues considering they're a Rattling. You know, they are a gun unit, so they have to be shooting over your rats or have a gap for them to shoot through. But the thing is, your infantry doesn't really have much mass besides your rat ogres and say like your hell pits. So as soon as they get into the Rattling gunners, who have very low model count and terrible melee stats and defense, it's very hard to make use of them. While the Warplock Giselles will be able to shoot from a much longer range and basically, what is the word? Screen out any flying targets or lords or casters. But the sad thing is that the map just unfortunately benefited Norska there. They were able to use the trees to their advantage and completely rush the Skaven without taking much damage at all from the ranged units of the Skaven, which were what they were depending on pretty much, considering how much investment they had in the Rattling guns, the Warplock Giselles, and the 2 Poison Wing globes. So with this map in mind, I definitely would not have brought the Rattling guns. Maybe kept the Poison Wing globes. don't think I would have brought the Warplock Giselles either. But I think just the just the Poison with Glows, just because they're so cheap. And they're good at helping with skin wolves and whatnot. A thing. I think it's a good unit here. They're not going to usually bring anything that can contest it. I mean, the skin wolves can do a good amount of damage to it, considering it's low armored, and it is a large target. But if it's obviously supported by spears and other infantry units, I think you can make the thing work here. I mean, it did get a good amount of value, even with all these skin wolves running around, and Throg. But I do think it's useful in this matchup. I think it's just a really tough match for Skaven, especially on a map like that. With all your units being so susceptible to terror routes, I think you should definitely bring probably the what is it? The Hell Pit Fighters, the Molders Hell Pit Fighters, something like that. The ROR Rat Ogres, because of their ITP, and just in case of Marauder Champions for that IAP. But yeah, I think it's just a really rough matchup. Good match though from both players. Really solid flank from the Norska side. The Skin Wolves just did absolutely fantastic. This one got 1400 in value. I'm assuming from chewing all over the gun units from the Skaven side. And of course, did fine with their terror routes. They're just good, cheap terror routes. And of course, the Ice Wolves did fantastic. They didn't really have anything to contest them besides the Rat Ogres, which only 2 of them. It's kind of hard to cover everything. Yeah, good game for both players. And thank you guys for submitting the replay. Bye bye. See you guys next time.